Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Hearts of Iron 4 where I'm playing as Italy. Let's continue. My guys made it perfect. So now I can potentially encircle these guys and hopefully destroy them. Or not, because they brought up reinforcements. But we'll see. These guys are also in pretty poor supply and it seems like they're now trying to back out. Let's see what this does. Okay, that's actually a pretty poor attack. That's fine. I'm gonna cancel that because I don't think they're gonna hold out there for long, and I'm gonna send out these guys in that direction anyway. So we got some troops that are moving to different areas. We've been able to take a couple of different territories, but we're stretched pretty thin now. Okay, well, if you go in here, then you can also advance, and then they can stretch out even further. Practically, I just need more troops here in Africa. That's just basically the thing, but what I might be able to do is actually get some of the troops in here. Once I've taken this, I can defend that with just one unit. Let's have these 5 move to this port, and I can actually send them to Africa. Winning in Africa would help a lot in this, in a sense that if I can prevent the Allies from having any foothold in Africa, most of the units that are there will be freed to help the Germans in this area. And I think they need that quite a bit because the Germans are stretched very thin right now. So we just kind of really need that. And then also we might be able to, do something about some of the Russians in there. Just not sure. Can we just please move it on? I still don't know how that works. I keep pressing, I want it on, and it just go on. It's just, that's very strange. They're trying to get in here now, which I can understand. I need to attack them, actually. Despite it being a bad attack, it's because I need these guys to be in this mountain territory. Otherwise, I would never be able to beat them there. So, in order to actually facilitate that, I just need to kick them out. But these guys, I will need these in there. And once they take over the territory, I want them down here as well. They are motorized divisions, so they will naturally go a bit faster. I can't move in here, unfortunately, this desert territory, but I don't know whether... Yeah, it's a non-naval based location, and whatever. It's probably part of Abu Dhabi, anyway. Or... I guess we'll see. Okay, so you're just gonna hold, but I'm gonna try and take that territory there. Now both of these guys try to back out. That means I'm just gonna take this. I'm not gonna try and run after them, but I will try. That's just stupid. Yeah, this will also never surrender. So it seems like they kicked out the Germans, and there are now more American troops there. Sure. No, why is there nothing in here? That's actually bad. So I need to beat them and then take this province, otherwise I'll be in trouble. I'll send in some support. There are actual French territories, like I think that the French Republic itself will surrender if I take Brazzaville. And then Vichy France has their capital currently, if they even have a capital. I wouldn't know, actually. I really wouldn't know. Doesn't say. Maybe they just don't have it. Not anymore. Could be. Okay, so we obviously lost that attack. But that was never the goal. I'm gonna attack again. The goal was always to hold them. But I will continue those attacks eventually. Okay, so you took that. You're gonna move in there as a garrison. And we're good to go here, I think. This is all holding, so that's all fine. And I'm again gonna try and pull more troops off of this line. Just because I think they don't help there at all. And I might be able to take over bigger swaths of Soviet territory on that side if I do it like this. You're really not there yet. I mean, I know mountain territory is terrible. Time to return to Balearic Islands. Wow, okay. I'm actually genuinely surprised that they upholded that. I actually am. Okay. Now that I have these guys moving in there, that's actually perfect. I have 2 divisions here. Oh, no. Let's send one of you down. I should be having more troops going down in there. Yep, exactly. So we did take that. They're still retreating and or moving in there, but if I attack, then that might prevent them from doing anything frisky over here. I'm still looking for those additional reinforcements coming from up here. And let's attack here. This should actually go well. I'm surprised that the Germans aren't attacking, but these guys are also very close. So then I'll be able to beat them and start pushing towards this direction. I don't know how much of this territory is likely to be of the of Yemen, basically. They did give it a different name now, because it used to be called the very difficult to pronounce name. Right. Outdated equipment. Let's take a look. Oh, this artillery. Okay. Working on improved artillery now. That's good. Let's go for improved medium artillery. Keep getting free dockyards, even. This is regular. Oop. Okay, how are we actually on that construction? So we're still building a lot of infrastructure in those areas, and then there too. How are we on those supply depots? Oh, let's build one up here too. That's probably a good idea. And because I'm allowed to help the Germans out here, apparently, so that's nice. Yeah, actually, now that I can go to 8, I do want to put that on the agenda, for sure. Because that again will hopefully not here though. I basically do want it as some kind of highway towards Italy. That's basically what I want here. And then I also need to have it in Italy itself, of course. Although these are already mostly high enough. That's fine. Yeah, these are also really Italian territories. Okay, as long as the Germans are able to hold out, you know, I'm gonna try and send in these troops here. We've been able to take care of a huge swath of India, so we'll see that surrender, and then these troops are freed. So even though we're currently doing poorly against the Russians, I think ultimately it might be so that it will take a lot longer, but we might still be able to win eventually. But I think that might take pretty long. Are you gonna attack then? Yeah, it does seem like that's a good attack. Okay, so this is actually good. And then because of that, if I beat them there, I can technically also move into this territory. And that should go rather smoothly. I even think I don't need these, most likely. It's just a question of time against these guys, I think. Yeah. Great. So you're going around, so you can spread the love. And we've been beaten here. So I'll send you back. I don't like this hills territory, but... okay, so now if I take this, I can start pushing here. And... you know, if it's necessary, they might actually help there on the side. How are we in here? You guys should actually use this, and I know it doesn't work, but that's fine. Okay, we did beat them. Good. I actually only want these guys to move like that. And then just to continue further, just like these. And then we'll see what happens. Ideally, they will not go into any of the mountain territories, but then I might still make them surrender anyway. If necessary. They might actually hold on to this base, but I don't feel like it's super necessary to attack them there. So we'll see how that goes. Overall, I think, yeah, we're actually still in a good spot. So we confronted the old guard, and that means that I can now go for modern army. Our new reformed army will be unstoppable, and that will give me supply consumption -2, division recovery rate +5, division attack +5, defense +3, more planning. Yeah, I know, but I can't pull those guys out of training just yet, unfortunately. Okay, so I have 15 divisions that are now moving towards that area. Let's hope it works. Meanwhile, these jackasses decided there's... okay, let's send one of these guys over here, because basically the only way I can work with that is I could go through here and then attack. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I guess we get these kind of events if you're below 50% stability. So basically, indeed, I really need to move this up. Bam. And bam. That should get the, yeah, plus 1.5% per week. So in 5 weeks we should be ready. And I do have a lot of points. Alarming news have reached military high command about the number of units in our army refusing orders from superior officers. While none of the units have left their position in the line, representative of the force have made it quite clear that they will not obey any orders to attack the enemy. Yeah, that's just BS right there. The rebellion has so far been contained to a small number of battalions and a handful of training and support units, but many in the War Office fear that this uprising will soon spread to other units and may eventually render us unable to continue the war. What's not in the war support? We can surround the mutinous units with loyalists in order for them to stand down, which is minus 75 political power, with only 60% of getting mutiny crushed and 40% of an empty threat. And I'd rather spend a bit more political power for 80% chance of getting the event What Are We Fighting For, which probably gives me a lot of war support, and 20% chance of mutinies in the army, which is probably similar to an empty threat, but we'll see. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that now except also raise that stability. Seriously, they've actually gotten... wow, okay, that's tough. That they gotten superiority there now. Nothing I can do. I will send my forces up here and then try to get to the rear. It seems like the Russians have created some kind of solid defensive line against the Germans there now. But the most important thing here, I suppose, is indeed them just going for Bombay. And Japanese are doing great work there too, together with the Burmese. So they've only gotten this here tiny pesky territory left. And then of course we have the... we have Yunnan, which is probably at war as well. Anyway, that's not my problem. Yeah, okay, I do have those guys going around. That's great. You guys are beating them there. Perfect. Okay, well, most of my ventures are still going well. Let's go for construction 5. And I don't want to know what happened here. You're moving in there right now, right? Yeah, okay, you're beating them there. I seem to have gotten a couple more divisions, but if I attack, then I might hold them off long enough to at least take off take that mountain territory. Unfortunately, because of these reinforcements, which are very likely the troops that they had up here, but you know, this is not going to help them with their supply situation, so ultimately this will work in my favor. I think, because I think they're going to be very poor in supply. That's going to be my guess. Okay, we've beaten the French. So that will probably allow me to move up at least till this part. And with... Actually, I could have... Yeah, it's actually pretty dangerous to move around these waters, so I'd rather go in here and stick close to Suez. That's probably a lot safer than what we're in right now. You had to go through that there mountain territory, didn't you? Just to slow yourself down. It was absolutely necessary. Seems like Kiev is freed. Kinda sucks. Okay, well, if you're moving in here, then you can now hold this territory. I can't move further than that at the moment. But okay. Okay, seems like I have another attack on my hands. No. And they are beaten. So... Or they just abandoned some stuff. Not quite sure what happened there. Yeah, you can move in here and you can move in there. But I cannot take this at the moment due to lack of forces. Maybe I can actually. Let's just go in here. Actually, you can go in here then, and let's have these mountain troops go in here. Why those mountain troops aren't where they're supposed to be, I don't know. The one problem with my approach here is that the closer we actually get to the coast, the better supplied the enemy forces will be. I'm not so sure about going down here, but oh, lost some transport ships. Luckily, I still have enough. Okay, this is indeed the furthest I can go into Nigeria. Fair enough. Okay, so we'll probably go into another attack on these guys then. They're sending in also more troops once again. Very interesting indeed. Means that I still haven't won in the Middle East either. Kinda. Let's hope the movement is a bit better now that we're going through here. It's unlikely. But you could always pray. Are they moving around so I could take some of their territory? No. Not even that. Yeah, see, they have only 19% attrition now, which means that they're getting more supplies. Meanwhile, my supplies will probably dwindle. Oh, okay. Well, I don't mind beating them there. Let's see if we can attack these Americans. No, we can't. Okay. Look, I still have superiority over these individual provinces, which then does allow me to beat them there. Wow. That's actually quite crazy. I guess with only 12% attrition. That's pretty rough. Okay, let's keep it like this then. Wow. Not gonna lie, that's pretty brutal. But I guess it's because they're very close to that port. It's really unfortunate because I think that if I were to be able to take this port, well, basically the closest port that they then have would be down here at I guess they call it Cape of Good Hope. German submarines at South Africa. Okay, sure, that's fine. Yeah, just taking territory wherever I can, really. And I can only hope that my additional reinforcements will help me out enough in Africa. If you think about it this way, this has actually been quite the, let's just say, colonial war in that sense. Still 20% attrition, yeah. I don't expect to do a lot better like that. So the Germans are now fighting against Xinjiang. And Xinjiang is part of the Comintern as well. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? This is also the Siamese Empire. Wow. Okay. I think China is actually still up for grabs despite everything. So, yeah. All right, let's start pushing into here. And once I've taken this, I'd rather try and cut the enemy off at these areas than anything else. Yeah, sure, fine. Yeah, so I'd rather cut them off there. I have to be careful here, though, not to send my units into strange places. I mean, technically, you could have. Which of these guys is actually moving? Oh, okay, so I need them to move in there and then assist on that attack. And then, indeed, they're probably gonna beat me out here. Yeah, I could see that happening, but some of these guys are retreating. It's very vague. We'll see how this goes. I'm not actually too scared of what's happening there, but the Kingdom of Bhutan has capitulated. Hirohito has announced that the cowardly Bhutanese nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the the presence of Japanese forces throughout the country. The Bhutanese government chose to flee the country, has gone into exile. But Bhutan is here, right? Yeah. Okay, sure. But they gave it to Siam. I'm surprised, actually, that Siam... Well, they don't have any claims on that. In fact, India has claims on this, indeed, naturally. I wonder how that's going to work out eventually. This is not good, though. The enemy has air superiority over Bulgaria. And these are American. Really? Well, as long as they can win in India, I guess it's okay, but I'll try to take a bit more. Oh wow, that's also some serious contention. I'm surprised. Yeah, I need some backup there. That's quite clear. Okay, you're retreating, but... Oh, okay, so they're not retreating anymore. Or not fleeing, at least. It's a bit weird, though, the way that works. I'm gonna try and get back in there if I can. Okay, they have only 1% attrition. I guess that's the the big thing here. Okay, let's pull back. They'll take that, and then I can launch a counteroffensive, I think. Yeah, okay, so let's move you in there too, because this joins them up together. This is Spanish, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. I basically need to get to the ports. That's what it is. The ports are most important. Yeah, let's move straight through. And I will leave one of the divisions to stay in that territory. I'd really rather not have any German forces out here either. Okay, so one of these divisions is going to take those territories from the Russians. But after that, they're going to move up or try to hold this flank or something. Kingdom of Nepal has surrendered as well, interestingly. They could also no longer stand the Siamese forces, which is, again, I guess, great news. Siam must be really pleased with themselves over there. I mean, yeah, sure, that's fine. As long as we're denying those resources to the Allies, I guess that works. Did we hold? Guess we did. Well, I guess we're just taking this stuff. We're still very far away from Leopoldville, though. Okay, so I got into this territory now, so that gives me a bit extra. Nothing else really that I can do here at the moment. I guess after this I could try to push them out of Gabon here. That's always a thing. How my reinforcements doing? Slow? Quite slow. Is there any territory that I can secretly take in Russia? No. And they're also still holding on to these brackets, so they don't have too much trouble here currently. It's quite a shame. Bombay is your target, guys. Please go for Bombay. Okay. Ah, great. Okay. They'll deploy in Durna. Let's actually have you move there too. Yep. Okay. As regards to territory that needs to be guarded, they currently have... Yeah, we have need for a little bit more. We can even do this. Nope. Okay. Sure, I'll kick them out of this territory anyway. There we go. 31 then. They apparently don't need to do anything in here. They already have that. Alright, so for them 31 divisions it is, and that's what's gonna have to cut it for now. So that should work out for now, and then... Then later on everything will be taken care of. Alright, so this is gonna work fine too. They're trying to move up. That's probably a bad idea. So that's working out. Okay, actually... No, they're still 22% attrition. Yep. Let's move them. Okay. I think then maybe it's time to send some units. Oh, what was that? To send some units into Europe and try to hold the crazy advance of the Russians in there for a bit. So yeah, try to... I'll just pull some units off the line here. 5 divisions. Let's send them over to Romania first. I'll start reorganizing the armies in a little bit, but as long as this is a stalemate, there's nothing I need to do there specifically, I suppose. Okay. They are immediately retreating, and these guys should soon be retreating as well. These guys just a little bit faster. Okay. Great, that won't get them another port, but should go well enough. This is all supposed to be Yemen territory. I'm quite sure that they have a claim on that, yeah. But I think they only get that if Britain itself surrenders, which is obviously never gonna happen. And with obviously, I mean, there's literally no way we're gonna be able to invade them. Yeah, that will soon be solved, I think. Oh. Why, that's quite... there are divisions at least in here, so yeah, I guess I just missed this. Well, that's fine. I'm taking care of it now. Yeah, okay, you're pushing in there, you're moving in there. Good. Let's hold. Don't specifically know why they want to hold on to that mountain province that desperately. But that is actually what's going on. So that's it's odd, but it's fine by me. Come on, you're very close to Bombay now. They should be surrendering pretty quickly then. We're gonna do the same joke here. Attack them back. And, okay. Well, Francesco, eh? Good. Logistics wizard, yeah. And 3, okay. Fine. Perfect. That's actually great. But I cannot advance again here because I don't have the troops. And, okay, we'll still take some time for those guys to go there. Let's also move them in here. Doesn't seem like I really need troops in there. Oh, this is actually Yemen's territory now. Okay. Well, I mean, they can have all of it. It's fine by me. I really don't need it. And if they can protect themselves there, I would only be happy. It's taken a rather long time. Okay, so oh, let's make sure that you aid them in defeating the Brazilians afterwards. It'd be unfortunate if I would be beaten there. Not that it's super important. That's 2 territories. So, okay, let's see if I can actually push it there. So if I attack and push them back, I can get... No, I can only advance by 1 province at that point. Yeah. Now they've retreated again. Okay. Yeah, because I need to keep these guys here. And I also need 1 division to stay in here to prevent these guys from doing anything frisky. So, what then needs to happen... Ah, okay, it did go in there. How close are you? Very close. So, beating the guys in central Congo in here would also allow me to free up a few more troops to once again push further inward. That'd be pretty good. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm desperately gonna try and get troops to move there. Don't want to use the Black Sea, that'd be too dangerous as well. But I'm actually a bit surprised that the Germans are doing that poorly. Okay, they got Bombay, nice, and Iran got India. Okay, well, I guess good for them. This should be easy. I don't know if they're gonna release it or not. I don't really know how that works. They are busy with Italian business investment. Allows Kingdom of Italy to take decisions to aid our industry. Okay, well, if I want that's good, I guess. A Plains province for Vichy France? What? That's nasty. Anyway, that might actually free up some Japanese troops as well, because if they've won here, they can now focus on China from this side. Are they at war with Yunnan? Yeah, they're actually fighting here. So if they... Imperial Burma is on our side, so they can potentially go after Yunnan then. That'd be great. I'm sure they don't actually want to help. I think we can't. They wouldn't either anyway, because they have a non-aggression pact with the Soviets. I think very likely they do anyway. Yeah. All right. What I'm gonna seriously? Oh, okay. Whew. For some reason, I thought that we were actually losing, but that would not make a whole lot of sense. We're just going in there. Now, you should be able to beat them, and then we'll push on. So there's not a whole lot of doubt in my mind that we'll be able to beat Oman and then take that there. What that does do is, if we take a look at the resources, it will once again deprive the allies of important resources here. Quite a bit of oil if we take this. A lot of tungsten, steel and chromium as well. So that'd be quite nice. Now the allies will also get a lot of rubber from Belgium here, for example. So taking that would also really benefit me. I'm not there yet, but taking it would really help. Does mean that we'll get quite a bit more rubber and such. And of course India is kind of crazy when it comes to resources as well, so that's also really nice. I cannot imagine the British liking that much. If they're importing a lot of oil right now. Okay, they're apparently still producing enough rubber for themselves. But yeah, okay. Anyway, once again, I want to thank you all for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.